Good morning from this country girl. I just bought this hat. I've been eyeing it. You know, when you see something that you're like, oh, I really want that. And I said today, I was walking out, I got a package I had to pick up. And I'm like, I better get it now because I've been in that situation where you see something that you want. And then the next time when you really, really want it, it's gone. So anyway, got my new country hat. I'm a country girl. I wanted to do this video. So if you've been following me, this is just kind of a recap, but for people who are kind of new to the channel, I get a lot of questions. And so I thought I would kind of tell you, so you know, it's weird because after I counted the months, it'll be 16 months coming up March 7th, because I left the driveway last year, well, I guess the year before, November 7th. So altogether, it'll be 16 months that I've been living full-time van life and out on the road during the winters, back to Minnesota for the summers. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of recap what it's like. And so one thing, talking about mail, just because I just picked up a package. So anywhere you go, there's the first time that I'm at an RV park for an extended period of time. And it's because I met John and Keith last year on my travels. And now we're staying in the same RV park, which is great because they've really been helpful. I am really busy, really busy. I work a job from 1:30 to 5:30 every day. If you don't know, it's for legal processing. And then, you know, I do my YouTube videos and I do my adventures. And that was the whole point of my channel when I first started. I didn't really plan on, you know, having a big following. Yeah. So that was the plan, just to do adventures. And my first adventure was driving from Minnesota to Phoenix to do NASCAR. And my girlfriend lived in Sedona, so I stayed there for a month. Then I traveled cross country to Texas, saw my nephew, to Jacksonville. I had eye surgery, up through Georgia, where I met Keith and John. Then I went to see a friend in Virginia, and then I headed home last year. And then I left again this year in October this time. So that's what I do on this channel. I like to do adventures. And what I've realized is I really like to take you guys along with me, because I feel like if you can't get out and travel and that's what you want to do, that maybe you can see it through my eyes, or if I show you something, an adventure that I'm on, then you don't have to go do it if you don't want to. This weekend we're going on a sailboat, which I cannot wait. Never been. So anyway, people too have asked for a tour of the van, so I will give that. Can you tell I'm sweating? I'm in Florida. It's really hot here. But I am going into the gym right now, so I'll talk about that too. Let's talk about showers. So I have a Road Trek, 2001 Road Trek. I just saw it has like just over 79,000 miles. When I bought it, it had 56,000 miles. And I have a shower in here. I also have a shower outside, but I choose to shower at other places. It's just too small in here for me. And everything I know, people say it won't get wet, but it's just my preference. And so I'm going to go in, work out. And that's the thing too. If you work out and I'm going to be honest, it's really hard to stay fit on the road. When I was at home, I worked out, 5 days a week. 4 to 5 was my normal. And on the road, hard. Because people say, oh, get, a thing to Planet Fitness or Anytime Fitness or LA Fitness. And a lot of them are just in certain places. I think Anytime Fitness, which that's where I'm at right now. I got a 3-month thing while I was here. When I drive to a specific place, and I'm a solo female traveler, so I stay on the highways or the freeways. And then when I need to stop and sleep, I'll stay overnight at a Pilot's or a Love's, just because it's very well lit. It's 24 hours, and that's where I feel safest until I get to my destination. That's how I travel. So to find like a fitness center, you usually have to go off the freeway or the highway, like into the city. And so that's just my preference. But you do what is right for you. And that's the thing about van life or traveling. There's no one answer for everybody. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. And there's give and takes in van life. You know, some things, like I said, I'll pay $18 for a shower when I know that I'm just on my way, and then, you know, I'm going to get there within a week and I'll only take 2 showers. To me, that's worth it. But whatever's worth it to you is worth it to you. Okay, I'm going to go in, work out, take a shower, and then we're going to keep going. And I'm just going to kind of keep explaining how van life works for me, because then I have to work after this. And mail. I'll tell you that since I just got a package. So I am here for a while now, so they know me because I'm getting packages here at the post office. If I get something there, you know, I pick it up there. That's just the normal USPS. And then there's, it's called the Business Center here, and that's where I get my FedEx packages. And when you're traveling, you can have things sent, because people ask how you get mail. You can get things sent general delivery. You write general delivery on top in caps, then your name, and then the post office that you're at. But you have to make sure, because I've run into this, that the post office accepts general delivery, because it's usually like the main post office is the only one, like wherever area you're in, the main post office is the only one that's going to accept general delivery. I learned that the hard way. So if you're traveling and you need to get mail, you just want to make sure, call first and say, do you accept general delivery? And then put their address down and you should get it, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to go work out, and then we're going to continue along the day. And then too, I'll give you a tour of the van, since I know some people who just jumped into my channel, like, you know, later, that they haven't gotten a tour of the van. Not everybody's going to go back and watch me from the beginning. I've grown a lot since then. So, okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm in the van, just took a shower, got done working out, and I have the van on with the air conditioner on because it's warm in here. But I just will give you a quick tour of the van. So this is a 2001 Roadtrek Versatile 190, and when I bought it, it was all the original like wood, you know, it had like blonde wood. It had a closet here that was the first thing I took out because there was a window behind it. The more sunlight, the better for me. The first videos that I ever did was me redoing the van. And so if you go way back in the time machine, you'll see those videos. But I did everything myself except for cover the cushions. I paid somebody to do that, a little above my grade there. So I'll just start back here. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're just going to do a quick tour. So here's the back of the van. I keep that set up as a bed. There's Chuck and Charlie. Charlie's the new addition. You can take the cushions. So I have a 4-inch memory foam on there, and then see the cushions there? That can turn into a seating area, and then you have you can have a table back there. But since it's just me and for convenience, I just leave it set up as a bed. But just know you can have like a seating there with a table in between. I have a full air conditioner, but it doesn't work unless I'm plugged in. So if I'm at an RV park or something and I plug in, I need 30 watts, then that'll work. This is storage space. I have clothes up there. These are the original curtains. And if you see, I kept them because they're blackout. They were paisley purple, and I just bought some fabric and covered all of them. And I have a thermostat in here, and this works just on propane. So whenever I want to, if I want the heater to go on, I just push it up there, and then the heat comes out from under there and under there. And it gets pretty warm or pretty cool in here because it's a small space pretty quickly. So here's the view from the back. There was a TV in here, but it was taken out, which is good because I use it as storage. The more storage, the better. And I put this up. This is just contact paper. That took me a long time, but I was very satisfied with it. I love it. I painted everything white myself. Let's see what else. So I have a stove, which is great. That's where I keep like the pots and pans and stuff, the silverware. I have a microwave. Again, this only works if I plug in. And I covered this. This is contact paper. I put backsplash on there. I keep everything in the sink when I'm traveling because otherwise things move around. I'll tell you this. So that's where I keep stuff. And there was carpet back there. I ripped it up and I laid tile, which was fun. And then I took the backsplash and I tied it in down here and put it all the way around. I laid this flooring, and this was really easy flooring to work with. I got that at Menards. Everything that I did only cost me less than $500, other than the covering the cushions. Okay, storage here, like just all stuff, my laundry. I have a bag that I bring when I shower there. I keep my towels up here. Here's the toilet. Let's push this down. So I have a shower here, and that can reach to the sink. So if I want, I can wash my hair. Just keep like toilet paper and stuff up there. There's the toilet. I put all this up myself too, which was a big job, but I am really happy I did it. I even laid tile down here right by the toilet, and even underneath there. So those were tedious jobs, but I'm so grateful that I did all that. And now I look back, and that was probably one of the funnest parts, was doing this and seeing the changes all over. So this is a closet, and it's really messy. So it's just all my clothes. And then I have 2 drawers that I have like food in. Let's see. Oh, and this is a lagoon table. So I made this table myself. I was going to put it back there, but I ended up putting it on this lagoon arm, and so it can pull out, but I don't want to pull it out because I got everything back there. The thing about van life is just storage, really storage. I mean, look at it, I have things stored there. And I made a seat here. I had this cushion. I went and cut a piece of styrofoam, the size I wanted it, and then had him cut that. There's a little more storage. Oh, I have a fridge too, although I use that for storage because I have a cooler, which works for me. And just more fun decorating that I did. Yeah, so I cut a shelf. This only cost me like $15, and then I just drilled it together. So that was fun. Trying to think of what else. So yep, I put more of this contact paper up here and on the other side, and I have like little lights all over too. And this is my generator, which doesn't work. So if my generator did work, then the air conditioner would work and the microwave and stuff, but I've been trying to fix that or get it fixed, and it looks like I'm just gonna have to buy a new one, and those are like $4,000, so we'll see. So this has all my stuff. So I just dumped today, so I don't know. Oh, there we go. The whole tank went down. So this tells me my LPG, which is my propane, my fresh water, my holding tank, and my gray tank, and then my battery is over here. So my battery is full. So that's how I know when it's time to dump. And then just more storage. You just use whatever you can get. My ukulele, I gotta get back to that. I realized too that making these curtains was a really good thing. I just bought the curtains at Walmart, and yeah, that thing to hang it. And then people don't know that you're back here, because I have these curtains on the side here go all the way around the front, but then people know you're in here. So if I just close these, people don't know that I'm in here. So that's just the dime store tour of Charlene. I call her Lucky Charlene. And I was gonna talk about, so power. So I am at an RV park. I stayed at Walmart for like 2 weeks until Keith and I, because Keith has Starlink, but I didn't have Wi-Fi at, the place we're staying. So I couldn't be there because I have to work and I need Wi-Fi to work on my computer. I think I told you I work from 1:30 to 5:30 every day. And so that's a big part of van life. Like I said, if I don't plug in and it's hot in Florida, I don't get air conditioner and my generator isn't working. So, I have a power pack. I'll show you this. So you need these for van life. And this one has been great. And so let's see how much. So I only have, I have 56 watts left. And this lasts me pretty long. I just charged it up yesterday. And as you can see, John borrowed me his fan because it's been hot at night, so I've been plugging that in. And so why I haven't paid to plug in, well, first of all, he didn't have any, my hair's still wet. He didn't have any spots open. He didn't have any 30 watt spots. He's full. It's the height of RV season right now. Everybody's south for the winters, like me. And so, and also I just wanted to save money. So he only charges me $4 a day to park there. And, but Keith and John are plugged in and fully functional. And I'm just trying to save money because my daughter is in her last semester of college and she is, doing her teaching. She's going to be a teacher. So she's doing, where the teaching, she works full time as a teacher from 8 to 3, but she doesn't get paid for it. And then she's on the rowing team. She has over a 4.0. She's really worked hard. She's going to be back in Minnesota. We're all going to be back there together finally again this summer. So that'll be great. And so whatever money I make, I try to send her as much as I can, just to get her through this last semester. So yeah, power is important because if you don't have electricity, so it's all what you are willing to put up with. There's some non-negotiables. Like for me, a non-negotiable when I was looking for a van to do van life was a bathroom. That was my one non-negotiable. And I got a lot more. I didn't even know about road treks before then. So, yeah. And now I am going to go to Starbucks. It's 11:30. I wake up in the morning, usually around 7. Get up, make my coffee. I have my coffee maker down there. I make my coffee and then I sit in bed and I do work. And then I go to the gym. Oh, and dumping too. So I had to dump this morning. So you have to empty the black tank and the gray tanks on a regular basis. Sometimes once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks, whenever it's full. And it's usually so if you do it, most places like RV parks or, unless you're staying there, or like usually Pilots or Love's has them, it's going to cost you $10. At the place I'm at, I asked him how much he was going to charge me because, I'm only paying $4 a day to park there. And he's like, Tracy, you can just dump. I don't care. So that's nice. I'm getting that for free. So, but usually it's $10 if you need to pay for it. Yeah, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to Starbucks and I'm going to work there the rest of the day. That's where I'm going to be to work. It has Wi-Fi. Like I said, Wi-Fi is very important, especially if you have to work on the road. And so you have to be places where you get it and get a good strong signal. I do have a hotspot, but where I've been staying is literally out in the middle of nowhere, and I have AT&T and there aren't any towers close. So Keith has Starlink, so when I'm there I'm hooked up to that. But today it's really warm. I have the van on right now with the air on, and so I'm just gonna go sit and work there. And then what I really like about this power pack is it has a handle, and so I just roll it in. And then I always buy something. I don't know how you feel about this, but I always feel like if I'm sitting there using their Wi-Fi, and now I know most of them because I've been there. so much. And I'm in a really small town in Florida, and it's not, the Starbucks I go to isn't very busy, and so I just sit in a corner with my power pack plugged in, with my computer plugged in, you know, drinking my coffee, eating my spinach feta wrap, and just enjoying. I mean, I'm busy working. It's really busy what I do, but I just sit. And then tonight, Keith's doing a cooking with Keith. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go work, and then we'll catch up after that. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I just got to Starbucks. I'm gonna get out and get all my stuff out. But there were a couple things that I wanted to cover. Just so you know, for me, what runs off propane in the road truck here is the stove, the heater, and the refrigerator. Those all run off of propane, so you have to fill your propane, and mine isn't like a tank. You go and then they fill it like your gas, you know, that you put in. So, and they're right next to each other. Where I fill my gas, right next to it, they put in like a hose and fill up the propane. And electric is the air conditioner and the microwave. So those two things I have to be plugged in to run. So just so you know that. I was going to talk too, since I just had to go to the dentist. I had re-chipped a tooth. That when you're on the road, you know, if you have to go to the doctor or anything, you know, just know too, you aren't going to have your normal doctors. And hopefully you can read reviews and find out, you know, who's good in the area or wherever you are. And I found an amazing dentist here. She was really great. The whole staff was great. And I had to go get my prescription for my vision done. Went to a place here. I'm in a small town, and they were really great too. And then getting medication. So when you're on the road, if you take medication, I do. You can have it pulled from wherever you are. Like, let's say you have a medication at Walgreens. You can go to another Walgreens and say, hey, can you pull my, you know, whatever you're taking, my blood pressure medication, whatever it is, and say, I want to pull that over here. And you can do that as you travel. Doesn't matter where you are. All the Walgreens, if you don't know, as a pharmacy tech at Walgreens. And same with CVS or any other place. They just pull it to that store, and then you can get it there. And then you can move on to the next town, and if you need something else, you can pull it there. So, you know, that's pretty easy. Oh, I just dropped that. And, but yeah, just know, you know, that if you run into stuff like that on the road, it's not hard. Everything just takes extra effort when you're traveling, or, you know, like I live in a van and I'm away from home. And I think I told you I go back on the 13th, so I started heading back in like 2 weeks. I can't believe how fast all this time has gone. And it's going to take me a while to get back because I work in the afternoon, so I can only drive in the morning. So I'll just take my time. I'm not in a hurry to get back because they're having lots of snow and lots of cold, so not in a hurry to get back, but yeah, I want to see my mom and stuff. And then I was thinking about last year at this time, because, you know, on the 7th, it'll be 16 months. So not even 2 years, like a year and a half, if that, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, a year and 4 months. I got to count down my fingers and my toes. So yeah, a year and 4 months. And last year at this time, well, this time a little bit before, after I left Sedona, I had to go through El Paso and, you know, New Mexico and all this stuff. And if you've been following me, if you remember me last year, I was in El Paso. I think I was in a Walmart parking lot. No, I was in a Cracker Barrel. And I was crying, saying that van life sucked. And being alone really sucked because I had to do everything all by myself. And then in Louisiana, I got lost in the back roads of Louisiana when I was driving, and it was getting dark. It was dark by the time I found a place. I found a really nice casino. But yeah, I had no business being in the back roads of Louisiana, but I somehow, I'm going to blame the GPS, got me lost back there. And, you know, but I've grown exponentially. Just in traveling and being comfortable, and just knowing, I just know now, you know, how I need to navigate van life and traveling cross country. And so just know you're going to go through those bumps in the beginning. I don't think I ever wanted to give it up, but I just didn't realize sometimes how hard it was going to be. But just know if you're going through that, just wait a year and 4 months, and you'll be like, I got this. Anything that comes up, you just deal with. Like, I just had van travel driving to Georgia, and I had COVID, and you just get through it, and yeah, it just is a day-to-day life kind of thing. Every day it's something different, and you just learn to just not get too razzed about it, and just deal with it, keep moving on. So yeah, last year I was crying in parking lots saying how much I didn't like van life. And now I won't give it up. And then hopefully, I don't know when I'll hear about the cruise. She wrote me back my resume. They accepted my resume and everything because they said that they would help you like tweak it if they needed. And she said she was sending it and would let me know ASAP. Fingers crossed. I'll be working on a cruise ship this time next year. Vlogging from a cruise ship. Boy, that's an adventure. Okay, I'm gonna go in and start to work, and then we'll head back to camp, and then I'll show you why van life at the end of the day is really worth it. So, okay, I'm going in. And this is what makes it worth it. This is part of my drive home to the RV park. And just wait till I get there. Isn't it beautiful? So this is where I get to end my day. Van life isn't always like this, I'll tell you, on the road. And I leave in 2 weeks. And Keith did a cooking show today while I was working, and he's got dinner for me. But I'm going to show you our view. So this is the view that I come home to every night. People laughing and hanging out, and the weather's been amazing. So I'm gonna miss this once I leave in 2 weeks, but you know what to do. Go out, make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. I did that. You can. You could end up somewhere like here. Go call someone you love, and as Joyce says, tell them that you love them, and don't you dare forget your magic. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.